the sound of the letter I. 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 I is for N. 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 E is for iguana. 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 I is for inside. 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 I is for insect. 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 I is for ink. 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 Ink pot. Ink pot. I is for icky. 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 I is for image. 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 I is for etchy. 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 I is for injury. 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 I is for imagine. 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 I is for internet. 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 I is for igloo. Igloo. I is for igloo. 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 I is for imagination. 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 I is for imp. 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 I is for inch. 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 I is for invite. 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 I is for invitation. 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 I is for important. 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 I is for inside. 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 I is for inchworm. 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 I is for ill. 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 I is for infant. 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 I is for injection. 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 I is for indigo. 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 I is for Indian. 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 I is for India. 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 I is for instrument. 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 I is for infernov. Infernov. I is for inch tape. Inch tape. Inch tape. I is for inspector. 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 I is for injured. 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 I is for interview. 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 I is for investigate. 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 I is for interested. 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 I is for ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. I is for ice. 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 I is for ice cream van. Ice cream van. Ice cream van. I is for iris. 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 I is for iron. 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 I is for idea. 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 I is for iPad. 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 I is for ID card. ID card. ID card. ID card. I is for icons. 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 I is for inflatable. 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 I is for information. 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 Introduction. Introduction. I is for index. 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 I is for inhaler. 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 I is for ibis. 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 I is for idol. 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 I is for ice cubes. Ice cubes. Ice cubes. I is for in. I is for Iraq. 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 I is for interval. 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 In. In. I is for isthmus. Isthmus. Isthmus.